So listen, as I mean it, I see people with physical brains. I see people who busted their backs their whole lives to care for their families. I see people like the millions of people across this nation who get up every single day, go out, work like the devil, to raise their families, pay their taxes, volunteer in their communities, to make this country work. I see people understand that being middle class is not a number. It's a value set. It's being able to send your kid to a park where you know they're at home safely. It's being able to own your own home and not just have to rent it. It's being able to send your kid to a good school, and if they do well, they can go beyond high school, to trade school or college or beyond. It's about being able to take care of your geriatric mom when your dad passes, and hope your children never have to take care of you because you've earned a solid and decent retirement. That's middle class. That's not asking a lot. Look, everybody knows it. The middle class is hurting. It's hurting now. 53% of the folks in America don't think their children are going to have the same standard of living they had. To the best of my knowledge, it's the first time that's happened in a long, long, long time. The stock market is roaring, but you don't feel it. There was a $2 trillion tax cut last year. Did you feel it? Did you get anything from it? Of course not. Of course not. All of it went to folks at the top and corporations that pay no taxes. The number of corporations that pay no taxes now has doubled since that tax. Look, guys, this is not good. What's happened here has happened for a lot of different reasons. But for me, one of them stands out. The basic bargain that used to exist that Democrats and Republicans used to agree to has been broken. And that is, you contribute to the welfare of the enterprise you work for, you got to share in the benefits and the profits. If the enterprise hit hard times, everybody took a hit, up and down the line, from the secretary to the CEO. But that bargain's been broken. Now the only people benefited when a company does well are the CEOs and the shareholders, the people at the top. The only people that get hurt when a company gets hit by hard times are workers. It's a one-way street these days. Just look around. GM. I worked like the devil to see to the GM stayed alive in the White House. Union workers, the UAW took incredible cuts in their future and their pensions and the left to get GM working, to keep it alive. The taxpayers bailed them out. They paid it back and paid it back that with interest. But what happened? Where the CEOs and the executives were the ones that did quite well. And the second they hit hard times, what'd they do? They closed plants. They announced they're going to lay off or transfer 14,000 workers. They also got that last year over $192 million in tax breaks. They could have given everyone they laid off severance pay if they had to. Could have given everyone. They did nothing. They bought back their stock, raised their benefits, raised their salaries, announced they were going to build their new truck in Mexico. Folks, no, I just did a rally for the non-food and commercial workers in Boston. 31,000 workers went on strike to protect their wages, health care benefits, and retirement benefits. Was Stop and Shop in trouble? No. Their parent company had made $2 billion the year before. $2 billion. So what'd they do? They were going to decide, notwithstanding that, they're going to buy back their stock and try to cut wages or freeze wages for their people. It's not right. Now here, UPMC, one of the largest employers in the state. No, but I think people have to understand this. You understand it. The SEIU is engaged in one of the most important organizing fights in this country. Folks, what was true 100 years ago in steel mills and coal mines is true today in our big hospital systems. Right today, the same is happening in big hospital systems. And it's going to take a strong union to get justice for healthcare workers. You know, so UMPC, stop the union busting. Stop. Stop Stop trying to keep your workers organized. And I want you to know, UMPC workers, I am with you. I have your back, and if I'm president, I will fight like the devil to make sure you are not blocked. Unions are not blocked unfairly by this. It's economically wrong, and it's morally wrong. So what do? Folks, I think we have to rethink how we define what constitutes a successful economy. It's not enough for the stock market to rise. That's not a bad thing, but it's just not enough. Workers feel powerless and too often humiliated. I call it an abuse of power, and I can't stand it. Never have been able to. When I think about work, I think about dignity. I think a lot about my dad, a proud, gentle man. My dad had an expression. He said, Joey, a job is about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look at your kid and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. But folks, too many people, they can't look at their kids today and say it's going to be okay and mean it. And that's what we got to change. I think about so many people across this country today who just not getting respect, not treated with respect. How do you get to a place, how do we ever get to where people who teach our kids, take care of our sick, transport our goods, build our bridges, repair our roofs, keep our water system safe, people who race into burning buildings, people who race into danger to protect us, people who pick up our garbage off our streets, iron workers, steel workers, oil makers, plumbers, electrical workers, salespeople. How do we get to this place where they don't think we see them, or hear them, or know them? And maybe most importantly, respect them. Respect. And folks, so I think the question of the day is, how did we get here? How did it happen? What are we going to do about it? All across America, communities are hurting, with too many people left out or left behind. Our political system is broken. We're tearing America apart instead of lifting it up. And the major, in my view, the major moral obligation of our time is to restore, rebuild, and respect the backbone of America, the middle class. As we rebuild it, we need this rebuilding to be all-inclusive, opening the doors to opportunity for all Americans, no matter their race, their gender, who they love, no matter who or where they're from, no matter whether or not they have a disability. All America has to be included as we rebuild. All America. And I guarantee you, this is, remains, and will be my measure of what constitutes economic success. The dignity of work is my measure, which is about being able to provide security and share the joys with your families. How can a person dignity be maintained if they can't afford to care for their sick child or a family member because of a pre-existing condition, or because they've reached a point where their health care has run out and the insurance company says no more? Jill and I, my family, like many of you, went through a year knowing our son was terminally ill. I could not imagine what it would be like if we were told that he's run out of the amount of money in the insurance policy and they're going to have to cut him off of the palliative care he was getting. My Lord, think about it. How can a parent maintain the dignity, their dignity, if their talented and qualified child wants to go beyond high school, trade school, community college, or college, and they can't afford it? How do you get them there? Folks, it's not just that child is not going to have an opportunity to grow and be better, but think about it. Think about it. I'll never forget the day, my senior year in high school, going down to my dad's office to borrow a car for the prom, driving down an old car to pick up a car for the senior prom. And I asked the secretary where he was. She said, he's out in the alley there, honey, behind the office. And I walked out, my dad, who was a gentle, decent man, was pacing back and forth. It's absolutely, guarantee a true story. I walked in, he said, Joey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I thought, my God, what happened? Did something happen to Mom or my brothers or sisters before cell phones? I said, what's the matter, Dad? He said, I went to the bank, honey, today. I tried to borrow the money to help you get to school, but they won't lend it to me. I'm so ashamed. How many people in America today are in that situation? Hard-working, decent people, because the cost of education is skyrocketing.